These are the recipients of the 2009 Malcolm Baldrige National Quality Award. Honeywell Federal Manufacturing and Technologies, a management and operating contractor at the National Nuclear Security Administration's Kansas City plant and other facilities that are multidisciplinary engineering and manufacturing venues. Midway USA, a family-owned catalog internet-based retail merchant offering shooting, reloading, gunsmithing, and hunting products. AtlantiCare, a non-profit health system in southeastern New Jersey that delivers acute and chronic care, preventive and at-risk services, and health information. Heartland Health, an integrated not-for-profit community-based healthcare delivery system that serves a 22-county market, including parts of Missouri, Kansas, Nebraska, and Iowa. Department of Veterans Affairs Cooperative Studies Program Clinical Research Pharmacy Coordinating Center, a federal organization that supports clinical trials targeting current veterans' health issues. Since 1988, the Malcolm Baldrige National Quality Award has honored outstanding high-performing organizations. Baldrige recipients, varying in terms of size, budget, outlook, objective, and mission, have been and continue to be as diverse as the economy they are part of. Nevertheless, they share traits common to all such organizations: creativity, innovation, flexibility, a willingness to embrace change, the desire to work hard every day, a passion for continuous improvement, and a cultural imperative to be engaged. For this year's honorees, as for those in the past, the words "taking part in" resonate powerfully. To them, taking part in, that is, being deeply involved in their community and with their stakeholders, their customers, and their employees, is a fact of daily life, a reality central to the identity of each.
Our traditional customer is the National Nuclear Security Administration, which is an agency within the Department of Energy. Our non-traditional customers that we're starting to build our base around has to do with the Department of Defense. It could be the Air Force, it could be other agencies within the government, Homeland Security, but all built around national security, Homeland Security for our country.
Honeywell Federal Manufacturing and Technologies isn't your average manufacturer. Under a management and operating contract with NNSA, it manages the administration's Kansas City plant and several other facilities. But using cutting-edge engineering, production, and testing technologies, it also manufactures non-nuclear components for America's nuclear deterrent.
We manufacture components, semiconductor-type components, electrical harnessing connectors, and then also engineered materials. We'll work with special materials, precision-based, high-quality standards expected by our customers. Depending on the needs, it's a very diverse manufacturing capability that we have here.
What Honeywell manufactures must work every time, for decades to come, and under extreme conditions. The desire to meet this profoundly high quality and reliability standard motivates the company's employees and is at the center of Honeywell's engagement with its customers.
When we talk about commitments made, commitments kept, our customers understand that, and that's something that distinguishes us from our competitors. The customers recognize that we've met our commitments, and we won't make a commitment without our ability to deliver on that. And our employees understand that also as we drive to deliver our needs that are directed from our customers.
design stage, you have very, very many different key process input parameters.
Those customer-directed needs, today's needs, are meticulously met. But Honeywell's engagement with its customers doesn't end there, because tomorrow's needs are constantly being anticipated.
Quality engineering is going to take one more pass at it. Right now, everyone's feeling like, hey, this was bulletproof. We wouldn't have done anything differently.
We are always pushing our customer with change and process developments. It's leading edge changes that we need to meet our customers' needs. It's a very demanding industry, like many others, but in particular when you're speaking of national security and national defense, you're always on that leading edge.
Honeywell's employees take enormous pride in the fact that they are playing a significant role in helping their customers support and improve the nation's security and defense. They take equal pride in the fact that those same customers acknowledge how well, how reliably Honeywell plays its role.
Our customers often refer to us as a national asset. Our employees who have worked here for many years, through generations, pride themselves on delivering to this mission, meeting the national security mission of this country. I would say the receipt of the Baldrige Award for Honeywell Federal Manufacturing and Technology is just part of our process. We're continuing on that path to achieve continuous improvement, to drive change, to meet our customers' needs around productivity, cost savings, driving enhanced quality in our products. It's not an endpoint, and it's not a beginning. It's part of the road that we're going to travel.
I was born and raised in rural Missouri. Dad taught me to hunt and fish when I was just a kid. My name's Larry Potterfield. I'm the CEO of Midway USA, a small family-owned business in rural Missouri. We started in '77, and I was just out of the Air Force. Today, 33 years later, there are 350 employees here. We've got customers all over the world, and they absolutely love us.
Indeed they do. Midway's growth reflects that feeling, and the company loves its customers right back. A catalog and internet-based retail merchant, Midway USA offers shooting, reloading, gunsmithing, and hunting products to outdoors and hunting enthusiasts.
Definitely bring this one. So that's how you mount a scope. I'm Larry Potterfield with Midway USA. Thanks for your business.
As the face of Midway USA, Larry Potterfield records how-to videos for the company's website. It is just one of the many ways the company reaches out and engages the people who buy its products and services. But simply calling those people customers doesn't do justice to the relationship this organization has evolved. It and its employees see themselves as a member of a family made up of the shooting sports industry, National Rifle Association, key conservation groups, the local community, and the state of Missouri. Engagement, therefore, comes easily and naturally.
Lens pen for $9.79.
We try our best to engage all the shooting sports industry. So we do that by supporting the key conservation groups all over the country. As I go to the trade shows around the country, the key conservation group shows, and I get to meet customers, gee, they all know Larry Potterfield, they all know Midway. Even if they're not customers, they like the way we engage both our customers and our potential customers. Customer engagement, I think, we just don't get enough of that in America today, and a small business is the one I think that can capitalize that most.
And that is precisely what Midway USA has done. But this small operation hasn't done it by guessing what to do. Rather, it has planned, strategized, streamlined, and rigorously managed by process. In fact, it uses 1,500 documented processes that focus on serving the customer. The result is a company whose sales growth rate for 2008 was 20% higher than its nearest competitors, a company whose every metric trends upward.
About 100,000 people that we tested sent an e-blast to them. It was successful.
Customer engagement is one reason. So is another type of engagement.
All the winds are blowing in the right direction at Midway USA, and it's all because of our efforts in engaging the Baldrige criteria. Midway USA has always been a great business. But if you want sustainability in an organization and you want to go from great to really, really great, you've got to have some kind of a model. And Baldrige is that model. And every day you go out and try to pursue that vision, you'll create tremendous performance improvement inside your organization.
The Baldrige journey for us has really never been about winning the crystal. It's about being worthy, about accelerating our performance, about transforming our organization, making it a better place for our physicians to practice, achieving stronger clinical outcomes, about creating a great work environment, and eventually getting to this vision of ours of building a healthy community.
AtlantiCare is a fully integrated healthcare delivery system. Its focus is primarily on the prevention of injury and illness, the management of health risks, chronic illnesses, and healthcare utilization in its community. Engagement is a major element of that focus. And for AtlantiCare, trust is central to engagement.
The concept of building a healthy community requires that we build trusting relationships. We do that typically by forming partnerships with people that share our concept of health. So it might be employers, it might be schools, churches, unions. And through those relationships, those partnerships, we are able to get to people and then form trusting partnerships and relationships with them. That allows us to engage them around improving their health status and improving the quality of their life.
For AtlantiCare, engagement is an active notion. It's about speaking to various segments of the community, listening to what they say, and then acting on what is heard. So it is that AtlantiCare is engaged with 38 local elementary schools, helping them help their students to confront childhood obesity.
We're going to be talking to girls about eating healthy, and we're also going to be looking at the sugar that we drink.
So it is that AtlantiCare is engaged with Atlantic City's rescue mission to connect with the homeless on a continuing basis, not episodically, to deal with their health challenges, especially chronic problems like diabetes.
And exercise, then have to take insulin.
AtlantiCare's work on this disease, in conjunction with Blue Cross Blue Shield, has produced the only accredited diabetes education program in the primary service area. So it is that AtlantiCare engages New Jersey artists in the healing process through a non-traditional concept called healing arts. Their talent enlivens and beautifies AtlantiCare facilities.
So the healing arts now are an integral part of our community, our facilities, and they are there for our patients, for our visitors. If you're a member, a family member, and you're in the hospital and you have a lot of time to spend, you're going to be able to have a nice healing environment to be in.
So it is that as AtlantiCare develops designs for new facilities, it engages the community it serves, seeking validation from it for everything from floor plans to interior design. So it is that engagement in these and many other ways has been integral to AtlantiCare's quality journey, to its becoming a 2009 Malcolm Baldrige National Quality Award recipient in the healthcare category.
When we decided to adopt the Baldrige criteria, it was new work, it was separate work, but now it's become the way we do what we do with AtlantiCare, and we have found that we have embedded it into all that we do. It has created the framework that has challenged us through the criteria to think about our work differently, to answer those difficult questions that are in that criteria, and then craft solutions that are appropriate for our organization and our community.
We're here in St. Joseph, Missouri, which is in northwest Missouri, about 50 miles from Kansas City. And if you looked at a map of the United States, we're almost right in the center. We truly are in the heartland of America.
The heartland of America indeed. Centered, grounded. In history, St. Joseph was the home of the fabled Pony Express. Today, it is the home of Heartland Health, which serves a city of 75,000 people and a regional area that includes 300,000.
We truly are a vertically integrated system that meets comprehensively the needs of our area.
How Heartland meets those needs, how it sees its mission, vision, and the services it delivers is best described through a pyramid metaphor. The pyramid concept allows the organization to function as a fully integrated health delivery system, achieving a single goal, making Heartland Health's service area the best and safest place in the United States to receive health care and live a healthy, productive life.
At the top of the pyramid is the acute side of healthcare, where we see patients in the clinic or see patients in the hospital. That's the traditional part of what most hospitals or health systems do. The middle part is the things that we do to try and improve the individual's health before they need to come to the hospital or have to come to the clinic. And then the bottom of the pyramid is the foundation, and that is the things that we do to improve the health of the entire community.
Improving the health of the entire community is the foundation of Heartland's engagement with that community. But what makes that engagement so successful is the organization's strong engagement with its employees and its physicians.
I think what makes Heartland great is the people. So I always want to bring it back to the people. It's the people working with our patients and working with our other customers who make the difference. So I'm going to give the credit back to them because they're the ones who are doing the real work every day and making it happen.
But they are not making it happen alone. Heartland's engagement with its employees and doctors plays a significant role. It is manifest in a variety of ways that strengthen the organization and make it better able to respond to the community's health needs. There is an organization-wide commitment to continuously improving processes that are constantly scrutinized, reviewed, and discussed in process improvement team meetings and taught in methodology classes. A leadership development program offers leadership classes and a fellowship program to those who perform outstandingly. These are both open to doctors as well as staffers. In fact, Heartland assigns physicians to leadership roles in all of its departments through the unique and innovative Physicians Administrative Leaders Program, or PAL.
Okay.
I really appreciate that you followed through on that.
You're welcome.
Just as we are working very hard on patient satisfaction.
I did go down to
The PAL system really is placing a physician side by side with a talented administrator at multiple levels of the organization. And actually, it starts at my level. I'm a physician, I'm the CEO. I'm paired with Kurt Kretzinger, who is our Chief Operating Officer. So this is a strategy of pairing the best of the business world with the best of clinical leadership at every level of the organization to make sure that we're balancing the efficiency that we need with making sure that we meet the needs of the patient.
The reason we exist is because of the veteran. We work for the Department of Veterans Affairs. The Cooperative Studies Program is part of VA's research program. The Pharmacy Center, our mission here is to provide pharmaceutical, scientific, technical, operational, and educational support to multi-center clinical trials that are supported by the Department of Veterans Affairs.
That mission fulfills an innate human need to help others, and thus it totally engages the center's workforce. It enables members to help meet the healthcare needs of veterans, individuals who are willing to lay down their lives to protect this nation, its people, and its freedoms. When their country needed them, those individuals put on the uniform. They served. Now, in a different time, the country they served is serving them. One of the ways it is doing that is through a tiny federal organization in Albuquerque, New Mexico. Every single day, employees of that organization, Clinical Research Pharmacy Coordinating Center, work to help bring the best health care possible to American veterans. The multi-center trials the center supports study the effectiveness and safety of drugs and devices to humans under stringently controlled research conditions. Taking place at various Veterans Administration sites, they are initiated by VA investigators, the center's direct customers.
We're responsible primarily for providing medications for our studies, and we either work with industry to get medications, or we have the capability of manufacturing those medications. We custom package those medications according to the trial design.
Though the center has no direct contact with patients, from 2006 through 2009, its efforts have supported trials that average over 90,000 patients per year at almost 1,600 VA sites, using approximately 300 drugs. The numbers are impressive, and what they represent is personal, very personal.
We look at the fact that what we supply to our customers ultimately goes to the veteran. So our customers help us provide that link to our veterans and to their service and their health care. We know that everything that we send out of this facility will ultimately go into the mouth or the body of one of our veterans. And for us to stop and think about that, would you put this in your mom or your dad's mouth? Would you take this personally? Is our commitment to those veterans to make sure that they receive excellent care. What we do benefits them, and the thought of making their lives easier and better for them is the reason that we all work here and the way that we design our trials.
The Baldrige criteria has, without question, I think, made us, we've gone from a good organization to a great organization. And I think as a result of that, the veteran is a benefactor of that quality that we've been able to implement in our organization.
This year, 5 new honorees join 84 past recipients of the prestigious Malcolm Baldrige National Quality Award. Those recipients: Honeywell Federal Manufacturing and Technologies, Midway USA, AtlantiCare, Heartland Health, and the VA Cooperative Studies Program Clinical Research Pharmacy Coordinating Center, like all past Baldrige honorees, are models of innovation, flexibility, agility, hard work, a willingness to embrace change, and a passion to improve continuously. All of which explains why they have achieved extraordinary results, why they have taken their place among the best of the best in American enterprise, and ultimately, why they are Baldrige recipients.